how authentic are these things that we're watching on a daily basis on television? So for those of you who didn't hear what Cris Carter had to say about this, I want to play his comments for you now. I want you guys to listen to it carefully, and then want to come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to that there.
Number one thing you should know about Skip Bayless and some of the programming, the way that it was done at ESPN and at Fox, I'm going to say this, that it's a form of wrestling.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, well, you know who gonna win. You know who gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah, it's predetermined. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of the arguments and everything are either predetermined or assigned.
You're gonna win this one.
And everything is slanted in Skip and Stephen A's favor. Yeah. They pick the subjects and they pick what side they gonna take.
Then you gotta defend the other one. It's like showing up to court and picking out what you want to do for. Yeah, let me look at the odds first, then I'll pick my side.
And now I'm gonna say something about Stephen A. Stephen A. is an authentic dude. He is a journalist. He's a broadcaster. He's also an entertainer. And he's fair. And Stephen A. has a treasure trove of information about people that he would never let go on the air. It would make him more popular, but he'll never do it. He would never do it because he's got stories. He's got context. He's got relationships. He's got sources like that would carry you a lifetime in the business. Like he is legit. He is the real deal. But to me, it was always, Stephen A. was always carrying Skip.
Yeah, agreed.
And Stephen A.'s audience was accepting of Skip, or it just got them so fired up that they really got into the debate thing. The other thing when he went to Fox was he didn't know Shannon was going to be the commodity, and he had no clue that Shannon was going to have the type of following that he was going to have to bring to this.
Correct.
He underestimated that, and Fox tried to play cheap. They underplayed their hand, with him, realizing that because in debating, there's only two places you can go, either ESPN or Fox.
That's right.
So there's not a lot of places for sports broadcasters, and most sports broadcasters are not into debating. That is the style of the last 10 years, and has been very, very favorable to create these daytime shows to create content during the week. But to me, I never thought he was authentic. I never thought that I should take him serious because he covered the Cowboys and now he's trying to talk about the NBA, talk about LeBron.
Yeah.
I've seen these arguments and stuff that are, you'd have to be a lunatic to believe what you're saying.
Correct.
And they swear, oh man, he believes every argument. There's no way that he can believe that LeBron is not a clutch player.
Correct.
There is no way that he thought Tim Tebow was going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL because he's a smart guy. He's not an idiot.
He can't be an idiot. I would agree.
But
with that.
sometimes he acts like one.
For the production, for the.
I just think he has made a business out of coming up with outlandish comments.
So you heard what Cris Carter had to say there. What are my thoughts on what he had to say? First of all, as I said earlier, I was unaware that this is how things work. Totally unaware. I guess in the independent space, it works a little bit differently. Now, if you have a show like ours that we operate, if you have a show that's just one personality, it's not a debate show. So you choose a topic and you choose your position on the topic, right? It's not like as if we're doing this show with Marcellus Wiley and we have a topic and then I'm like, okay, hold on, I'm going to talk about this, you talk about that. It's not like that, right? That's the first thing. The second thing, when you're in the independent space and, for example, you go on someone else's show, you don't get to tell people, okay, you have that position, I'm going to take this position. No, there's a topic, they throw it out at the table, right? And then everyone kind of give their opinion on it. And then out of that, organically, if one person says something, like if person A says something that person C doesn't agree with, then you may have a bit of a back and forth, but it's done organically. It's not premeditated, right? So to me, that's how it works in the independent space, and that's how I thought it always worked, right? Where I've been on shows and there's a particular topic, and I'll just chime in for a few minutes and say, okay, I'll say this and I'll say that, and then the other person may say this, and then one person may say, I disagree with you. I may say to the other person, I disagree with you, or whatever. And then to the people listening, I guess the entertainment factor comes in where they think, okay, well, this guy made a pretty good argument, or this girl made a pretty good argument, or I like how so-and-so got at Charles, or I disagree with so-and-so person and I disagree. I think that's how it kind of works, and that's how you kind of build the entertainment factor for people viewing a lot of these independent channels. Whereas on TV, it's a totally different thing.